Hey, welcome to Plant Therapy. This is Mona. If this is your first time here, welcome. If not, you guys know that I've been promising a tour of my plant room. Well, here it is finally. I thought I had it all recorded about a week or so ago. Found out after the fact that I had lost the footage, phone problems, etc. New phone, so here we are. Before this one blinks out on me, I want to try to give you a quick tour. It's very bright in here, so I may break up this tour as the sun goes down a little bit. We'll see how it looks. All right, so let's start right here on the door. Here's my Philodendron Neon. I'm sorry, Neon Pothos. I'm starting off with a bang. She was recently moved up here, so you may have seen her in the first part of my tour. Here is my Homalomena Selby. I don't know if you guys remember when I repotted her. She's growing so fast. 2 new leaves that have been stubborn about unfurling, but just recently they started opening up. I think I'm going to have to pot her up, so maybe I should have left her in that pot to begin with. If you haven't seen that video, you can check it out later. Here's my shelf, one of them. Here on top, I have a Peperomia Hope. And this one is surviving under my care. I've tried this a couple of times with this plant. Isn't it cute? I love the little pattern on the leaves. Sort of looks like a watermelon. Here is a Syndapsis silverian. This was a recent propagation. Actually chopped up the mother plant, but these leaves aren't looking too happy. I watered them, but they're still curling, but we'll see about that. This is an often forgotten plant. My poor baby, my Ripsalis. She's been hanging in there, though. I did chop her back a bit recently. And here's another Syndapsis, the Arterias. And here you can see the difference between the two. The Silverian has the variegation here in the tip usually. But if you look here, some leaves don't quite look like that. Looks like this. So anyway, I see them mislabeled a lot in the store, in the nurseries, big box stores. Here I have my Wyetii tricolor, or variegated Wyetii. Here is a crimson princess Hoya. You know, I love these. If you've been following me, you know that. Alocasia Bambino is doing really well. Gives me no problems at all. He's been a dream. Down here I have a Dischidia Russifolia Variegata. I keep the tag on purpose. This was 2 little baby seedlings that I put in a pot together. It's a wonderful plant. I love the variegation. Here we have Silver Dragon Alocasia. And I've fetched out a few corms from there. So I have a baby growing, a couple of babies hopefully. Here is Thanksgiving cactus. No blooms right now. Looks like it might need water. And down here is another one. One of them blooms pink, and the other one, I believe, was red. Here is my Cuprea, Alocasia Cuprea, and I see we have a new leaf. I guess it likes being up in this room. Okay. Now, let me go up. Okay, here, let's see, I have some hanging pots. This is my spider plant. What do you call it? Bonnie. Bonnie spider plant, I think it's called. Curly. This is a pothos. What's the name? Oh my gosh. Something queen. It'll come back to me. We'll come back to that in a moment. Here we have my black velvet alocasia. She's really grown. She's problem free too. I love this plant. Here, this just came from downstairs. So I may have shown this to you, but you probably can't really appreciate it until I back up here. Look how long that's grown. That was in my window in the living room downstairs. And the more light she gets, more variegation she's showing. Here we go. Pothos. Golden pothos, I believe. I know the ones with the white markings are Marble Queen. So I think this is a golden pothos. Back here is my Tenanthe. Gosh, for the life of me, I can't recall her name. I'll put it on the screen later. I know I made a video when I got her from Home Depot. She's been doing okay. Really been problem free. Need to clean her leaves, give her a little shower. What I love about this plant is the fuzzy stems. Look at that, and they're cute. Okay, I don't know if she's getting too much light. Not sure. I'm gonna have to watch how she does here. Here is my Philodendron Birkin. And look at this. She's got a new leaf coming too. All right. We'll see how that starts to look. I think she needs a little water. Maybe. And this snake plant. Gosh, I can't remember what this one is called, but she is so beautiful. And she keeps giving me pups. You see the babies? I've taken some from the plant and she just keeps growing. Giving back. Down here is my ZZ, the biggest one I own. She's hung in there. She was down in a corner in the dark, but I brought her up here and she seems to be okay with this. It doesn't get sun all day, but this time of the day, it'll get a little sun, and then soon that sun will be ducking behind these trees. It's really changed my lighting in the house. Here I have another Synapsis, Moonlight Trubii. Who's doing very well. Needs some water though. So I will water her after I'm done. Here I have, this one is a Ficus elastica. The Ruby. I think it's the Ficus Ruby. I think that's what, and this is a Ficus altissima. Lemon something. She suddenly started dropping leaves. I lost like 3 or 4 leaves this week. So I moved her from across the room. I don't know. I'm going to have to take her and check her thoroughly, make sure she doesn't have any spider mites. This one has been my diehard from the beginning. No problem since I got her. Now, I do have another Taniki. Now, I combined 2 in one pot because this long stem was dropping leaves. And then I think I found out there was some webs. So I treated it for spider mites and then combined it with this one, who is suddenly giving me like beautiful irrigation on these leaves. Yeah. Very nice. Okay. In front here is one of my favorites. You want a calathea, get a rattlesnake. Look at this. It's giving me a new leaf. I wasn't sure how I was going to like the light up here, but so far it's doing okay. This was downstairs with this one as well, Makoyana. Recently potted her up, and I found a bunch of rhizomes. Now, I've never grown this plant from rhizome, but I took a few and put them into separate pots as an experiment to see if I can grow this plant from rhizome. Here's one of my anthuriums. Beautiful. And back here is one of my Hoyas. Starts with a C. She is fuzzy, fuzzy, fuzzy. Front and back, stems, everything. So beautiful. She grows like crazy, as you can see. So I gave her a trellis, and we'll see how she does. This plant is really beautiful. If you could get the right lighting and see the markings. I had pictures in the sun. Oh my God, the venation, and just gorgeous plant. Already I see she's going to start wrapping around this pool or the light. Here is my Tenanthe Burley Marks. No problems. If you look back in my videos, I combined 2 baby plants into one, and it's in, ooh, it's dry. It's in this self-watering can. So I think it's been doing okay with that. Which Calathea, they like to drink, so you know how that goes. Anyway, here's another anthurium, and look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Another no problem plant. Here is my Philodendron Lemon Lime. I love how some of the leaves have a teeny bit of that variegation there. God, I love the pop of color. It's just so beautiful. Okay, everybody up here has been included. Now let's get down here. I'm going to get on the floor. Here, oh, this lighting's okay. I have to back up so I can see. Okay, my Monstera Peru. This baby seems to like it up here, but I am still waiting for her to give me some growth. I think this might be a new leaf, I'm not sure. But yeah, she was doing nothing downstairs. Almost the same amount of brightness. I think she'll get a little bit more down here, up here, I should say. Here is my Mayoi, Philodendron Mayoi. Let's see, which are the newest leaves? Here we go. So we're starting to get those finger-like leaves. It's going to be beautiful. This is actually 2 plants in one pot, and I'm very tempted to separate them. But I'm still learning this plant. As you can see, I'm not sure what's happening here. 2 duds. In my bedroom, it seemed to like the lighting in there. Morning sun. This was one of the original leaves. This was this, but it's such a beautiful plant. I figure I'll try. I got this cute little kitty. Reminds me of the black cat I used to have. My Ebony. Here is my Peace Lily making a comeback. Yep. He's doing really good, considering I think it was just, I just looked up the date. I feel like it was April 14th, something like that, that I made that video when I chopped her back, repotted her, downsized her into a smaller pot. Well, it's paying off, guys. Here I have my Stromathy Tria Star, who's doing good. I just wish I knew why she gets these little marks. I know she's drying on the tips. She wasn't too crazy about the move up here, but I'm trying to see if I can get a little bit more variegation from her. And maybe not. I don't know. That leaf back there is looking good, but that was downstairs, so maybe I need to just take her back down. Here I shared with you recently is my, what do you call it? Colocasia Hawaiian, let's see, I'm cheating. Colocasia Royal Hawaiian Black Coral. I tell you, I can't get enough of this. Just staring at this leaf here. So pretty. Here are the older leaves. get darker. Be interesting to see how it changes. But yeah, nice big leaf. That's the newest leaf. So we'll see how it does in my care. I'm new to colocaceous. Here are two of my philodendron. One is, oh, let's see, I'm going to cheat. I think it's either Sun Red, although, yeah, Philodendron Sun Red. Now, the only reason why I'm starting to wonder about that is today I was at Home Depot. Sorry, I couldn't film. There were so many people there. And it just, well, this couple was standing there arguing, and I didn't want to film that. So, you know, gave them their privacy. I was just kind of poking around, looking at, but anyway, they had Philodendron Sun Red, but there was like almost orange in the leaves. So I don't know. It didn't look like this to me. As you can see, the new growth comes in with that red color. Now this one and my red Congo here, I feel like, I don't know how they feel about the light in here. It's a little early. I'm going to give it a little bit more time. They were in my bedroom. So there's a new leaf unfurling, but what's up with the color? You see that? A little different. But anyway, this thing is growing in a way. There's two plants in here. So I might divide them up. And what's up with the philodendron and those little markings? Is that a disease? I think there's stuff out there. I think this is on the way out, this leaf. But anyway, she perked up for me a little bit, and then I don't know what happened. Okay, so behind her is one of my favorites. This is Alocasia cucullata. And I just noticed we have a new leaf. I think this is nicknamed Buddha hands as well. Now, the stem on this thing, let me try to pick it up here. This feels heavy. Now, I don't know if you noticed, when I've gone to Dutch plant farm, I kind of focus on the cucullata. I want to say cucaracha, but I tend to focus on it because the stems get really thick, change over time, and I could feel the weight in here, you know? So I have no idea where she's going to be living eventually. She gets big, but the leaves don't get super huge. It's just the base of the plant. So I'll keep her. I love her. I got her when I got that Lotto Baccagliano, which was a total fail for me. Yeah, that one's a goner. And then I got another one and same thing. So you know what? We're not going to do that third time. But this one I bought with the first one. And I was trying to decide between the two. And I think I went back for this one. Or maybe I bought it at the same time. I don't recall exactly. But I have no regrets. This one's been wonderful. And when I water her, I just take her to the shower and spray her off. Check her leaves. Hopefully there'll be no spider mite action going on here. And here's one of my oldest plants, ponytail palm. I've had this one for a couple of years and she needs a haircut. Look at that. But she's not as curly as she used to be. I don't know. I kind of neglected her last summer. She was under the deck outside. She did not look good when I brought her in. So she's still recovering, if you ask me. All right, up here is my Hoya Crimson Queen. Then this one was in my room. It was too dark where she was hanging, so I've lost some of that variegation on the outer part of the leaves. But I think she'll come back. This was her original room she was in when I first got her. And here on the wall is my Syndapsis arterius. Looking good. And right there is a beautiful marble queen that I acquired not that long ago. She's doing good too. I like them hanging together. All right, let me get off this floor and then we'll continue. All right, so here I got this new shelving unit. I like it, it's pretty solid, except I want to attach it to the wall. So if you haven't noticed the kids' toys in here, this is also their little playroom. Here is my Synapsis arterius from downstairs. Look at this. Doesn't that look like a silvery end leaf? And this one as well. Kind of looks like it's getting more silver. That's interesting. Never noticed that about this plant downstairs. But the lighting up here is better. She's starting to stretch, looking for light. So I decided to bring her here so she can get that. And I think she's far away from the window, but the light should be sufficient. Next to her is my Cebu Blue, who I think I'm going to give a poll. I was going to do the plank, but honestly, I know I'm lazy about watering, so I'm just going to give it a pull to kind of latch on, and hopefully maybe I'll remember to spray it every now and then. I don't know. It's one of those curly pulls or those twisty pulls. Here is my Chelsea, Hoya Chelsea. She's giving me a new leaf there. Isn't that pretty? She's doing okay. Doing fabulous, actually. She's grown. I repotted her recently, or added more soil, I believe. I don't know, but you can check that video. Now, here is my Crimson Queen. This one was downstairs. As you can see, she still has these leaves. I haven't cut them off yet. Some of them are starting to fade, so I'll chop them off eventually. But I love, love, love this queen. There go her baby leaves. Isn't that pretty? And yeah, she's doing pretty good. I moved her upstairs. She was in the window downstairs in the kitchen area, dining room area. But I decided to bring her up here, give her maximum light. And she's right under this grow light. These grow lights I'll talk about later. But yeah. Here is my Jessica. This one's put on quite a bit of growth. I sat her up here under this light because I'm trying to get the variegation to be like it was originally. This is more green here too. So where I had her downstairs, I don't think it was enough light. This room is so bright. I'm hoping that she'll be happy here. But yeah, her and that platinum mist have grown quite a bit since I got them. Jessica. And I've seen some people post what looks like this. I think it's the same plant. See how it has the ruffles along the stems there? I love that. But I don't know. People have been calling this plant, if it's the same, Sensation, but I thought Sensation peace lilies were those big leaved peace lilies. But what do I know? This is my Hoya curtisii and her twin right here. If you look back in my videos, went to Home Depot one night and was shocked to find them. So I put them in these cute little planters. Thought it was cute. Here, my Peperomia. Brought this one upstairs. I think it's called Russo or something like that. I forget. And here is Global Green propagation. Doing really nice. The mama's been neglected. I got to move her and repot her and give her more love and attention. And this is another Peperomia. The name I will post up top because I can't recall. Here's my dragon tail. Look at this girl. And she's just growing and growing and growing. So I have a dilemma. I think she's going to get chopped. All this is just bare stem. I don't like that look. So I'm thinking of chopping her back, either planting her back in there. But I also have another setup I've been thinking about. for this plant. But right now, she's in a self-watering planter, which I like. You know, it's worked out okay. She's doing really well. Beautiful plant. I love the leaves on this. But I'd like to see it fuller going up the pole. So I'm going to address that shortly. Here are two snake plants, Hoya. And these two. One is a baby of the other. I just don't recall. I think this might have been the mother plant. And this is one of the babies who's caught up to mama. And right here is my Zylanica. And I got to tell you, my snake plants, I think, are about to go out on the deck. It's warm enough now. I think they put on fabulous growth when they're outside. This one is beautiful. And there's that curly pole that I'm thinking of giving the Cebu Blue. I just got to find the right pot so it's stable, because that pole is pretty heavy. All right, so let me just take a quick look around. I think I covered most of it. This here was the room where my grandchildren's little toddler beds were. And that's why we have all these stickers, which kind of work out. The butterflies. Appropriate, don't you think? And here we go. Focus on what really matters. Well, thank you for watching this. I hope you enjoyed. Wait, guys, I forgot. Okay, my bad, guys. I looked around and realized I skipped over this whole section right here. I'm sorry. I think I was kind of waiting for the lighting to get a little bit better here, but let me just go ahead, get these plants, bring them down maybe one at a time so you can appreciate each one. Here is one of my Hoya Silver Splash. That's not what it's called. Hoya Croniana Silver, I believe. And here is the one that was sold to me as Croniana Splash. Excuse me. I was getting a call. I hope that doesn't show up on the screen. I'll have to call her back. This one grows really nice, tight internodes. I like that. And look at this tiny, tiny leaf. Can you see that? I'm sorry, the lighting is a bit bright. Ideally, I wanted to record this section when the sun was going down. It's really pretty too. Here, Numeroloides. Let's get out of that bright light. Let's see. She's a fuzzy little plant. Her leaves feel fuzzy. And look at down there. Can you see that? She's getting a new leaf and maybe some new growth here on the side. I don't know. I have to check her, see if she needs watering. But this plant, I was like iffy about whether I liked it, but look at that. Can you tell? Can you see the little markings on this? I think this thing is going to be gorgeous once I get her going. I think it's going to be beautiful. So, next to her is my Hushkiliana. She is growing. I think I have some new leaves here. Did they get that big already? I don't know. They're somewhere here. They come out with that reddish color. I don't know. Maybe down here. Who knows, but it's doing well. I potted her up in some of my soil. She was in what's that stuff called? Coconut bark or chunks. This is my Hoya Rosita. She's still hanging in there. If you look at my videos, I had chopped her up a little bit and I'm rooting up some of her leaves. But this is how the leaves end up looking, kind of, I don't know, a little distressed or something. I was hoping to get some more color. I see some purple margins there. Anyway, here is my New Guinea ghost, who's given me quite a few leaves, and judging from, she might be ready for water. I'm hoping she gives me a little bit of that sun stressor. Here is one of my original Hoyas, my Macrophylla. I know she's got another name. Escapes me right now. My Variegated ovata gave me one new leaf, which is kind of deformed looking. Here is my Hoya carnosa freckles. The freckles are almost non-existent, but that's okay. The plant is alive. And here is my Pachyclata, who's starting to give me a little color in the edges since I put her in this window. So I'm going to give her a trellis because you see how thick her stems are. I just think maybe if I hook her up to a trellis, it might be more in control. And of course, now the sun goes down, so let me just give you a quick. And that little cute thing there I got from Temu. I put an order in just to see what it was like and what their products were like. But I thought that was cute. Love birds. And just a quick rundown while the sun isn't as harsh. Okay, guys, I think I covered everyone. So once again, thank you for watching. And please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Talk to you later. Who knew I'd include a blooper at the end? Look what I did. I can't believe it. I still can't believe I did that. What a mess. I knocked the acrylic shelving off balance and everything went crashing to the floor. Have a great day, guys.